intro tutorial 2, because the first one sucked. Okay, you can see my bind in the top right, just up here, you know, so just up here, if you're wondering what I'm pressing, just look up there. Alright, so you want to start with the sound, and just go ahead and drop your sound in there. So I'm going to find my sound. Alright, once you have your sound in, you want to just find the end of your song. So I might have added a few too many frames, you know. But yeah, just go a little bit over and just find right where your song ends. Right around there. Alright, so make sure you're always saving all the time. So you click this button, go in and out, and we're gonna go ahead and make text. So just try to follow along, you know, pause, maybe half speed, you know, see, because this might be a little fast. So find a good font. I'm just going to copy and paste it so I have one for later. And I'm going to copy and paste to make the second layer smaller. Hold shift and then just drag it back. Now I have the first layer of text, or the first part. And then I'm gonna make the second text, which is gonna be a little bit nicer looking. So, second text, I'm gonna use, let's see. What's a good font? I'll use this for the second part. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this text first. You wanna select it, then press C. And then now you got the split letters. Go ahead and do that for these. And then create a fracture, another one, put it under. Then new fracture, and put a null under that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to make the amount that you have. I'm just going to duplicate this so I have another one for later. Alright, now you just want to put your letters under here. And then we go ahead and do it for this one. So all right, now mesh, axis center, check everything except point center, like that, and then just set each null to 0. Every single null needs to be 0. Alright, once you've got all of the nulls at 0, you can just go ahead and close all of these. And I'm just going to go ahead and label it so it's a little easier. So I'm going to get rid of this one for now, and then what you want to do is just go into here, zoom out, middle click to get between them, or press this button up here. And then just spread out the letters. So and then just line it up with the middle once you got the letters spacing. Once you think you spaced the letters properly, just throw them in the middle. And I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Right in the middle. All right, now we have the letters set up. Actually, this one seems a little bit too spaced out. Yeah, I need to put them a little closer. So this one looks good. This one is also a little bit too spaced out, I'm realizing. All right, letters are set up. So we're gonna have a part 1 text and a part 2 text. The part 2 text I'm just gonna throw at the bottom here. We'll worry about that one later. But for now, I'm gonna go to animate and then just kind of zoom out. Get your framing so you can see it, and then just go through and add all your markers. So Alright, so I think I got my markers good. So now what you want to do is make sure you go to project settings and switch your FPS to 60. So now you're on 60 FPS. And now that you're at 60, you're going to see the animation a lot better when you're animating it. So I'm going to start with camera. So just kind of follow along. And yeah. So I'm going to zoom in, start, go to the marker, just zoom out. And zoom back in. And then to make this, you're just gonna go like that. It's a little bit slow, so I'm gonna make it a lot steeper. And make this one a lot bigger. So now we got more movement. Move this back. Move this about like right here. And then go one over, zoom in, and then go right back out. And now we have a little bit of movement. Make this a little better. So I'm going to hold shift and click on the handle on the left. So you got a loose keyframe, and then you just drag it up so you can access it. And then move this down a little bit and grab this handle. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do a zoom through now. Basically the opposite of the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back out. This will make a nice little movement. It'll look like it's zooming in and then right back out. So if I move this one like this, should look pretty fancy. So let's see it. Needs to go a lot higher though. It's like there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Then we're gonna do a little bounce right here for the impact. So let's see how this looks. Okay, maybe a little bit more. It's not intense enough, you know? And since that sounds like that, I'm just gonna move it out far. A reverse bounce, so it's gonna look pretty fancy. So it's gonna go like that. Actually, instead of doing a reverse, I think I'm just gonna do a normal. Still feels too smooth. I don't know, seems a little too smooth. It's a little better. Hang on. Something isn't right. All right. Okay, I'm gonna do a little cheat. Right there, zoom out. And now, with these keyframes that we pasted, you can just cheat the animation like this. You don't actually have to move anything. Just kind of move these around. And then you got some animation. So it's a little too smooth though. Here we go. All right, it's looking pretty nice. Yeah, little bit more. Just have a little zoom through right there. And move this back. Hold shift to lock it in place like this. And then just make just a simple movement at the end. That is slow. I do not want that. I want it to be a lot faster. So just zoom in a little bit. A lot faster. That's better. All right. Now I'm gonna make this a little bit faster because that is not fast enough. Okay, I'm gonna make a new keyframe right here. Basically, this will make it a little bit faster moving. Put another one right here. So it's more of a curve, you know? There we go. Make this a lot more build up. All right, let's see how the entire thing looks like. Alright, that's looking pretty nice. So let's do a little bit of text animation. So the middle point is where the text will switch. So alright, yeah. But until then, I'm going to quickly do some simple animation. So put a plane on it and 360. It's the easiest way to rotate text. So I'm going to start at like -100, 100, 200. So then just kind of make some small motion here. I want to make it kind of go backward for a second, so I'm going to put it more like this. Yeah, that's much nicer looking. It's looking pretty nice. See, 300, 400 actually. 'Cause you want to do 2 rotations per. So make this a little more defined. And then, yeah, increase this one a little bit. So we got a little more movement. Or reverse the motion. So it's going the other direction now. And let's see. Like this, so we can get some smooth motion. Alright, I'm gonna do something cool right here. So right on this beat, I want to move the camera to the right. So just slide this over. And then right here, it's just gonna be back. So just wanna do that. Now we should have a cool rotation, or a cool movement here. That looks pretty fancy. Then let's do another strange movement, because I'm feeling creative today. Let's start right here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is it's gonna go across like that and then back around. Do a weird, I'm gonna do a linear. Alright, so basically, I'm gonna move the O over there. There we go. We got a simple little movement here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do another one, but this one is not as important. It's still important, but all it does is let's just bring it forward so it's in front of the text. Here we go. Okay, this is just gonna make the letters disappear, so get a cool effect. Just gonna start here. Come over here. There we go. I think I'm gonna make the O rotate a little bit. Oh wait, never mind. I need to switch these. Alright, now it should be able to rotate. Yeah. There we go. Had to get it in sync with the O. I think it needs to have a little bit more fade in, yeah. You actually know when it's gonna move. So I'm gonna do a thing. So I'm gonna make a torus. Make it a little smaller. Let's see. How big do I want it? All right, that's pretty good. And I'm gonna put these under a cloner. Let's make about 22 of them. Let's put these all right on the position of the O. And so, right when the O goes away, we're gonna have this explosion right here. See how this looks. Yeah, now we need to make a random. So we've got an actual explosion here. See, make this a little nicer. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's a little. Might change the random so we're not inside of a torus. Here we go. So we have the second layer of text right above. All right, let's finish the first letter animation first. work. I'm gonna do this in a way that won't mess up the effect. So this, it should look fine. Let's add a delay to this, and then make sure the delay is at the bottom or the top, so it's the newest, and then another plane, put that above the delay, so it affects everything above it. So it's like 77, and then have it move stuff forward in a box. Maybe not as much. There we go. Time to figure out a way to fade in these letters up here. All right. Make it a little smaller. A little easier to look at. And let's see. All right, I think I know how I'm gonna fade this in. Just gonna make a little random. And find a good position. Yeah, shout out to Swifty here. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. He's gone now. And back to intros. All right, let's see. Just make sure this is exactly on the marker, which it's not. I'm gonna move it up like this and have it start. There we go. And I'm gonna do the same thing for this with the rotation. I'm gonna go ahead and start it at 200 because I'm gonna reverse it really quick. Okay, let's start right here. Actually, you know, I'm gonna just 0, 0, 100, 200. Perfect. I'm just gonna do a little reverse rotation right here. Nothing insane. And then this one will be the normal. Perfect. Let's move this up a little bit so it's just a little smoother there. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing as we did for the other one. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and cheat and do one of these. Where you just copy and paste everything. Throw this up here, throw this up here, shrink it, move it up. And change it to a Y. So now, it's looking pretty nice now. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna put a push apart right here. Yeah, delay and push apart don't like each other, so don't use them together. Right. Get a fast movement. Here we go. Do the same thing as the other one for this one. There we go. All right, I'm gonna do a small little rotation here. So for rotations on letters, you want to do the exact same thing with the 100, 200 method. You just go to the thing, 100, go to the next one, 200. And now we have a nice little rotation. And you want to use the top one for rotating the text sideways. So alright, I'm gonna keyframe right here, and I'm gonna make just a small thing right here. I might actually reverse this, just so the eye is more, you know, it's closer. There we go. And then you always want to pair it with a rotation. actually gonna reduce it and see what that looks like, because I think this would end up looking better. Here we go. All right, so this part, I think it's lacking a little bit, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a keyframe here, move this over to here. There we go. There we go. Alright, now I'm gonna do some rotations on the camera, so. There we go. I think it's still a little bit too slow. Needs to be a little bit faster. See. Spinny text, spinny camera. Actually, I want that back here. All right, make that a little bigger and do another, well, hang on. Reverse right here. It's like very subtle. Let's see how this looks. Oh, before, put it vibrate. Rotation. 6, 6, 6. Or let's do, yeah. Point. I might do 8.6. Yeah. Actually, 0.4. 6 is too high. All right, I'm gonna put a random on this. So let's see, 25, 15, 5. Randomize that. Let's see how this looks. It's a little bit too much. Reduce it to be more like, let's see. That looks pretty good. Here we go. Then for this one, I'm gonna do a formula that's like that, and it's not moving very fast. There we go. Let's see how this looks. That looks pretty nice. So I think it's missing, like might be missing a few things, so go through and might add a few things. might do one of these. Make sure this underneath the random. Just do a small little rotation to the side for no reason. Just, you know, just to follow it to the side. This one is only going to be 100% because I don't want it to be over the top, just a small little movement. I think it's good. Small cut. Got mats in now. Lightroom. You know, just pick out your best one because I don't know how to make mats. And yeah, just render settings, set it up, click render, and then yee. Alright, once your intro is rendered, you want to go ahead and import all the stuff and then make a solid. Just put it on the back. And then I have mine in custom resolution so it renders faster, and then quickly pre-render it. Make sure you're always saving. Alright, let's watch it back. Alright, it looks fine. So now select your song. And I'd recommend, so the first 0 through 9, you can just use your numbers to go to. And then you press the asterisk button to add a marker. Or you can just layer. Or somewhere in here there's a add marker button, but I have it bound to my mouse, which I'd recommend doing so you can quickly add markers. And then for these ones, I want to just add the markers there to all the ones that we have. And then once you have these markers, then you want to just go through and add the rest of the markers you need. So alright, all the markers are in. So now I'm going to start with sync. So I do the first sync with shake. And just throw that on. Adjustment layer, and just copy the settings. All right, and then you want to start at 0, press it, then page down, then set it to 1. Then you want to press U to open the keyframes, and then select it, copy, close it, then paste it. We'll do this a lot. You press K and J to go to each keyframe, or each marker. You just use K to J and J to scroll through. So go to the end, set it to 0, then go into, press F9 to switch it. Select them, press F9, then go to graph. Then you want to select the top and drag them down. And then select the bottom, like this. Just raise them up just a little bit. And then, at the beginning, Z distance, 123.65, or 0.7. And then we open it again. Do the same thing. And then go to the end and press set it to 1. And then what you want to do is select all but the last one and zoom in with plus and move it over by 3 so that the last one is on it. And zoom back out, click this, select all of them, F9, and then just drag them up like that. Now we've got some sync. And now you want to add Twitch. And set the speed to around 95. Enable slide and light. Change the amount to 25. And then in the slide controls, reduce the motion blur a little bit and give it a little bit of RGB split. And then you want to go 0, page down, 25. And do the exact same thing. Press U to open it, Control C, press U, K, Control V. Then go to a little bit past and make one 0. F9, open graph editor, drag all of these way down. That's where you have a little bit flat at the end. See how that looks. I'm just gonna keep dragging it back until it pre-renders because I'm too lazy to go set it to cache. Alright, pre-render the last bit of it. Alright, it's looking good for now. Then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and add motion tile above set it to mirror, 200, 200. Copy it, paste it, put it on top, so you don't get messed up edges. And then let's go ahead and add black bars. Solid. Find jaws. Put it here. And then you want to set it to block. Height 0, width max. And then make the completion like 70. And now you have bars. So next thing, I'm gonna do the glow. So get the S glow, throw it here, copy the motion tile, put it on top, and then set the brightness to 4, the width a little bit higher, then make the Y a little bit higher. And then do the same thing, go down 1, keyframe, go back 1, 0. So you have 0 on the marker, then go up 4. Then paste it everywhere. Actually, wait, hang on. You don't want to put, yeah, you paste it everywhere. And then delete the ones that don't have movements. So if it's not underneath one of these, then delete it. You only want the ones that have movements on them. So now change their F curves, reduce them a little bit, maybe a little more. That's better. And now you have really subtle glow. Not so subtle, but yeah. I think I forgot to delete one. Yeah, I did. Whoops. There we go. Now we've got good glow. All right, next I'm gonna add a little intensity to this little transition here. So add a new adjustment layer, put it above the twitch, optics compensation. Do the same thing with the motion tile. You want to do that on any effect that does anything to the screen, so anything that has motion, you want to put that on. Set it to like 170, check reverse lens, keyframe, open it up, go back a little bit, go forward a little bit, and then see how that looks. There we go. All right, it's looking pretty good right now. Let's add a build up to it. Twitch. this one is gonna be speed 90. Enable slide. Amount will be about 20. Bit of RGB, reduce the motion blur a little bit. Set it to 24. And then now set this to 0. Let's put this under the twitch. So have it build up from here. Maybe a little more. Then grab the motion tile again. And then see how this looks. All right, that looks pretty good. See how this part looks. This is pretty nice. And let's see. What else could we do? We go ahead and add the shockwaves in. These are going to be also included in the project file. Set the implosions to 60 FPS. Right click, interpret footage, main, 60. Import all of these in. Put the shockwave 1 underneath. And then we're gonna find a place to put these shockwaves. So let's see. Put this one right here. See how that looks. This is a little bit fast, so I'm gonna time remapping and slow it down just a little bit. And then find a place to move this other one. This could work right here. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this one, move it right here. All right, now select these, hold shift, click, screen. Now press the button to switch between them, then hit the 3D box, and press P, 0, 0, 60. Press P again to close it. You should have, you can always select it, press S, scale it down a little bit. They're too big. So go ahead and do fast blur, legacy, set it to 3, and then go toner. Go ahead and set this to your text color, or relatively around your text color. So for this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste it and then change this to be more accurate to the blue. More of a faded blue. And then what you wanna do, change the opacity to around 55 and then duplicate it, scale the top one down and the bottom one up a little bit, and then change the color to the secondary color. This is only for dual shockwaves. You won't need to do this if you only have one color. And we're going to do the same thing for this one. You want to set the top shockwave to be an add, so you'll be able to see the color a little better on it. And then now, you see those shockwaves will look pretty nice now. Let's see. Okay, so you want to get the text layer, duplicate it, then drop shadow. Throw that underneath. Softness 15, distance 12, check shadow only, set it to 70% opacity. So now you got a nice drop shadow. All right, let's see. So the next thing, after you got a drop shadow, okay, so let's just go ahead and duplicate it. Go to right here, it looks good. Press T to open opacity. Set it to 0. Go up 1, set it to 100. Then go back, scale, keyframe, 0. This is a really easy effect and it looks alright. So once you've done that, you're gonna want to it's gonna look pretty okay. All right, let's do some Braz style garbage real quick. So throw this, let's see, right here. Grab another shake. Set the frequency to 1. Then set X to 0, Y to 0, and tilt to 0. Wave amp, you want to set to 2 and 16. Then this wave amp, you want to set to like 160 or so, and set that one to 2. Go ahead and grab your motion tile, throw that in, and then find the point, 0, find the point where you want to add it. So all right, right here. So keyframe to 1, then go to here, keyframe 0. See how that looks? It's a little bit high, so I'm going to reduce the wave amp a little bit on the X. All right, let's do the same thing right here. So 0, 1, 0. All right, that looks pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna add one more right here. Might be a little bit much, but we'll see. See how that looks. That looks pretty good. Let's quickly pre-render it out. Just go ahead and click cache. So it'll do that real quick, so you can see what it looks like. And then I think I'm gonna add a displacement shockwave. So this little shockwave down here, we were saving for later. And this is where we're gonna use it, I think, right here. Yeah, right here. We'll just move this to right there. Time remapping. Lower this a little bit. Then what you want to do is you want to go up, adjustment layer, put this above the sink, displacement map. Set this to like 8, then luminance, set this to shockwave. Make sure you put the motion tile onto it or else it'll look like garbage. And then move the thing so that it's only covering the part where it actually has a shockwave. Or else your entire thing is going to be weird. And then right there, I think we're good. If you look, you should be able to see the shockwave right there. See it warping it. Let's see how this looks. that's looking pretty good. Let's add a few more text effects. So let's add one right here. Duplicate your text. Transparency. 0. 60. Then let's go scale. Set the scale to there. Scale it up to like 180. 196 or so. Then F9 on the first one. Then just drag this straight up. Oh, wait, F9. There we go. And then go to transparency. Find the part where you want to make it transparent. Extend this a little bit. There we go. Okay, so let's add a little bit of weird sync. So I'm gonna add new markers right here. Let's see. Move this a little bit. Alright, let's add the fade really quick. So let's quickly add the fade out right here. Find the point where it goes straight through, then just go back a few, mark it, then go back to the keyframe, set it to 100. There we go. All right, let's see. Go right here, set it to 100, and just copy this. This is looking a little bit fancy. Let's see. Wanna F9 on all those, and then all right. I think that's a good curve. I think that's good. Put this under here. And then I'm going to take the glow, the shake, and the twitch. Then just steal all the keyframes. Then it's called. Here, I'm going to start with the shake. Quickly. Wait, whoops, that's the Z distance. Whoops. Grab the amplitude, not the Z distance. And then make sure the curves aren't all whack like this. There we go. And then go to the twitch. The same thing. Here we go. Now get the glow. Do the same thing. Whoops, not that. Alright. Let's see the glow. We want it to be exactly the same. There we go. I'm gonna drag the glow way down so it's instant. And that should be good. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, let's see. I think I'm gonna add some hue shifts. So, hue. Put this just under the above the camera, not under, above it. Doesn't really make much of a difference, but I just like the organize. You don't really need a motion tile on this. So, each one of these, I'm gonna change the hue. So, +60. +60. Maybe not that. Yeah, it's a little better. Then go right here. Then go right here. There we go. See how this looks. It's looking pretty nice. Remember to always save. Alright, so I'm going to add a flicker so we can sync the second half. Put this under this place above the sync. And then what you want to do is you want to add a looks. See what this is for. Alright, so go to Tools, Subject, Hue Saturation, Chromatic Aberration. Saturation 0. Red cyan. You want this to be +4 or so. Alright, then you want to go to opacity and then 0, then go 1, 100, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to 0. Zoom in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then copy these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just move this to be on the marker. So now we have a flicker. And I'll copy and paste this to be right here. Just extend them a little bit. There we go. And now I have a little bit of flicker. It's looking pretty good so far. All right, let's add a flash. Make a white solid. Put it under the bars above the fade. Change the opacity. So right here we want it to go white and then not white. Make it a little fast, but not too fast. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. I'm gonna just go ahead and delete this one. This is unnecessary. There we go. Now we got a flash. It's gonna look a lot more impactful. All right, this is looking pretty good so far. Let's see. What do we want? What do we need? Let's get some TV damage as well, because that'll look nice. Put this right here. Actually, right there. All right, and then get S TV damage. And then there's a preset that I have. And you can just go ahead and copy the settings. So I'll open this all the way up. All right, I'll go through the settings. You can just kind of pause and see all the settings here if you want to copy them. Or you can always just grab it from the project file. So yeah, those are the settings for anyone that needs them. And then, let's see, change its opacity. Right there, 0, 100, 0. Then you want to copy the motion tile onto the here. Bam. See how this looks. All right, I'll put it right here as well. It's a pretty good effect to just kind of throw around any place that kind of needs it. Right here will also be pretty good. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Okay, I think we need a puddle as well, because gotta have all the effects. So put this above Twitch. Puddle. And then I'm gonna grab a puddle real quick. And I have another preset for the puddle that you can copy or get from the project file. So these are the settings. You can go ahead and copy them down. Let's see. I think right here would be a good spot to put it. Make sure to have a motion tile. Alright, let's see. Set it to 0 pretty early. Maybe make it a little longer. Maybe just a little bit. Oh wait, I found the problem. I said it's 0.25 instead of 0.25. Here we go. Make sure it's 0.25. Actually, wait, no. 0.25, yeah. Yeah, it needs to be a little longer though. A lot longer to see results. Yeah. And then I think right here would be a good spot to put another puddle. All right, see how this looks. Alright, it's looking pretty nice. We might want a few more ghost effects though. So I think right here we're gonna have one that I always like to do is copy and paste that. Grab the RB flicker from up here and put it on the text layer that you just copied. Opacity to 60 and then get scan lines. Scan lines mono And then just make the frequency up a little higher. Reduce the sharpness a little bit. And then press scale. And then just keyframe, keyframe. F9, open it up. Then just drag this up. Pretty high. And make them point slightly inward. There we go. Now, opacity, go up 1, back 1, go to back 1, go to it again, 0. So now we got some keyframes on it, so it should look nice now. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's just a cool little effect I like to make. You know, you can add more text ghosts here and there if you want. It's just kind of an extra little sync option for people if they want it. It adds extra effects. But I think that's gonna be it for the sync. I might add one more effect, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it looks first. See if there's anything else it needs. All right, I think it's pretty good. All right, let's see. I think I might start on the background now. So, so I'm gonna start with the first background. So I'm gonna make a flare. Yeah. Solid flare. Go to the song, animation, keyframe assistant, convert audio. Hide it, press U, delete right, delete left, leave the both. And just go ahead and open up the flare. All right, let's add an atmospheric flare. So I'm gonna have one white. So it's gonna be kind of big, like that. Set this screen, set it to 3D. Let's go about right here. So then it's gonna be kind of brass style. So you're gonna make it go very far away-ish. Go to options, or no. Alt, click brightness, then, whoops, Alt click brightness, then drag to the slider, then go times 1.4, and then duplicate, and then let's add another one that's more of our bluish. And then just change the position to negative, negative. You just want to multiply your position by -1. So you give it an opposite position. So now we got two nice flares. So let's do some Braz styled lines in the background. So form, wait for it to load, save, open it up, 0, 0, box strings, lower it down to like 1 or 2, lower this down quite a bit as well. It's like 3 or 4. Disperse it so they're kind of spread out. I'm actually going to switch this back to 1 and then just disperse these just a little bit. Now we want to XYZ individual, change their X quite a bit and increase the Y a bit, more disperse. And now color, let's make it our nice blue. All right, next you want to increase the size quite a bit. It's got pretty big lines. Reduce their feather a little bit to be almost nothing. And then what you want to do, 0.1 or 0.3. Give it a little bit of twist. Then just X displace and flow evolution, put that all the way down, and then change the F scale to be like 1, and then just disperse them a little more. Maybe a little bit more. So that's 3. Trying to get a good shape here. We got some pretty fancy looking lines here. All right, let's add some particles. What would be, let's think of some good particles to put here. Particular, I think some bird particles would look pretty cool. So what you want to do, I think I'm gonna make them fly in from the right. So keep it as point, just drag it way to the right. Use the particles a second a little bit, increase the velocity quite a bit, and then change the physics to have wind X. More velocity. And then we want to that might have been a little bit too much. There we go. Make the, should be nice. Save it real quick, go back in, go to the particle, set it to sprite. Scroll all the way down until you see bird in organic matter. Set that, scale it up quite a bit. Orient to motion on, apply, quickly save that, and then go to rendering, depth of field off, and then go to emitter, mission extra, pre 100. You might want to drag this over so it's gotten a full intro length of playing out. So see how that looks. All right, it's mostly pre-rendered, so you can see how that looks. Oops, turn that off. See how this looks. This looks pretty good. I don't know, I think this might be good for here. Let's just add some smoke in. I think that'll be a nice simple background. All right, let's put down form. Set it to sphere layered. Set this to 10,000, 95, 95. Disperse this a little bit. Set it to cloudlet. Set the opacity size to like 100. Opacity to like 0.1, no, 0.9. Opacity random, turn that up a little bit. And size random, turn that up a little bit. Or don't turn that up. Increase the size a little bit, not too much. Disperse it a little more. Apply. Actually, make the size like 1500. And then reduce the disperse. Or not, leave it on and then just increase the size of them just a little bit. Here we go. Now go to add a vector blur. Direction fading, 55. And then just go ahead and change the smoke to like 45 opacity. See how this looks. Really quick. All right, so now that we have these, I'm gonna go ahead and pre-comp. 1. All right. What happened? Let's see. Wait, hang on. What happened? Oh yeah, I need to. Okay, instead of pre-comping, actually, I'm just gonna change their opacity to 0 right here. Same with the flares. All right, so let's go ahead and make the second background now. So, I think we'll make the second background a more Drew style background. So let's go form. Zero, zero, set it to 2. Rotate this 90 degrees. And then Go back, individual, reduce this a ton, then just make this maybe even bigger. All right, looks good. Set this to screen. Set the color to be over Y. All right, then one color needs to be the bluish. The other color needs to be the purplish. Oh wait, over Z. There we go. All right, perfect. Now, what you want to do is you want to go to fractal field, crank the displace, and crank the size. A little bit on opacity. And then just decrease the F scale a lot. Increase the flow evolution a ton. All right, I think that looks good. Maybe just a 5, just a 4. All right, now, whoops, errors. Okay. We want to add some depth of field to the camera. So let's turn this on. Let's have this always on. And hang on, we want to have it set to 500, 350. There we go. Really intense depth of field. Maybe we should put some, what's it called? Particles coming toward the camera. It's gonna be nice and simple. So just a nice little box. Pretty big. Reduce it a lot. If their life lasts a little longer. Reduce the feather quite a bit, and then have it set random to gradient. Make the purple. Make the blue. And just kind of merge them in the middle. All right, so now we have random colors, and let's just move the Z. Yeah. And I'm just gonna turn on the, and make this back a little bit. This lasts for 6 seconds, and reduce the physics time factor to about 0.4. And then opacity to like that. Make the opacity random a little higher. Increase the size. Add a little bit of size random. We want it XYZ individual. Increase the size X, size Y just a little bit. And okay, this is a little bit slow, so we want to make the time factor more like 0.7. All right, that's looking pretty good. And I think what would also look nice at this part would be a Drew styled lines. So form, designer, lock strings 0, 0, 1, 2, 4 actually. rotate it 90 degrees this way, and then twist it about 2. Yeah. Here, let's get in front of it. So it's more like there. Like that. Lower the opacity quite a bit. Increase the scale a little bit. Alright, set it to black. And now you got the true styled lines. Make sure they're over the shockwave. Maybe make it increase the opacity just a little bit to be more like 55. That's too much. Reduce it to be like 42. Alright, that works pretty nicely. So this we need to be set 0, 100. So we switch backgrounds right here. It's a lot nicer looking. And it's looking nice. So yeah, I think it's CC time. So to make the CC, let's go all the way up to the top and make a, put it right there underneath the RB flicker. Oops. Looks, and then here's a file that I got from Swifty because I'm missing effects. So these are the effects you're gonna need. You're gonna need everything in here. So increase the pop to 100, and then what you want to do is you want to make a light flux, make the boost like -7, leave it orange, make another one, -7, make it bluish, then turn that on and make it -2. -3. Make this -8, -8. Maybe a little bit too much pop. That's better. All right, next you want to get 4-way color, curves, and spot exposure. Just turn the stops up to like 0.2. So you just get a little bit more brightness in the middle. Then 4-way color, desaturate shadows, increase saturation on midtones a little bit. Change the green and the red down just a little bit. And then get a diffusion. Let's get one that's blue, sort of. It's a little bit bigger. Another one that's the white one, which will be pretty big. All right, and you want to add a star filter. Reduce the threshold a bit, and then reduce the boost a ton. Get only a little bit of it. Then let's get a Lens vignette. Increase the vignette, increase the aspect. So the highlights to be 0%, I think. I think it's 0%. Then add haze and flare. Increase the spillage a little bit, softness a little bit. Not too much. Increase the reach all the way. And turn the exposure and the reflection exposure down. Just you only want a little bit of it. And now let's put a LUT. See which one looks good. Use this one just a little bit. And then, let's see. Let's add an S-curve for a little bit of contrast. And then add one more spot exposure. Aspect, radius. That. Got some brightness. Now, does it work on this? Let's see. Does. We got an okay CC. It's okay. It's a well-rounded CC. Works on the purple. So work on that color. Works on the red. Works on the yellow. Okay, I might reduce the star filter. There we go. It's a lot less now. Yeah, it's looking nice now. Cool. And you might want to add a fine edges. Just a text. Not very much, just a little bit. Just to make it look a little shinier. Also works on here. Yep. All right. I think it's good. So yeah, once you have this, it's all looking nice. You want to go to the very, very top. Adjustment layer. RSMB. One 100. That's your motion blur. Actually, before we want to add some lens dirt to one of the parts. So I'm going to put this right here. Optical flares, options. So what you want to do, go to lens texture. Let's just use the one that everyone uses. Be generic. Just the brightness just a little bit. Let's go to right here. It can clearly be seen. And go ahead and set it to color dodge. You can see it right there. Just the brightness just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna have this disappear. at the midpoint. So no dirt in the second part. All right, that looks pretty good. RSMB on, and you should be ready to render.